things are close, but it's one of those shades of meaning things, just a slightly different meaning. So that's one of the things we're going to work on this week. So right now, let's fill out your board, and then I'll give you another sheet to practice with sentences. So, first of all, estar. What does estar mean? To be. Okay, and in the imperfect form, it's going to be what? Just say in general. Okay, but what is the ending? In the imperfect, estar is estaba. Or estábamos, or estaban, estabas. Okay? And it means was. Duh. But in the imperfect, or in the preterite, let's just use the he or she form, estuvo. It's more specific. It still means was, but for a specific time. Which if you think about it, you already knew. This just makes it a little more concrete, that you already knew that was for a specific amount of time is the preterite tense. Hi. Thank you, dear. Okay, so the next one is ser, which also means to be. Ser in the imperfect is what? Just say the two form, or L form. Era. And it also means was over a period of time. And in the preterite tense, the L form of ser is no, preterite tense? Fue. Same thing. It means was for a specific amount of time. All right. Tener. He had in tener is what? Tenía. And it means had, but it's an ongoing kind of thing. Like, él tenía un gato. Okay? Austin tenía un coche. Connor tenía un béisbol. Okay, this is ongoing. Preterite tense for tener is tuvo, right? And it's more specific.
Hey, Sarah Reinert and Catherine Moore.
And record. Okay, so tener in the preterite tense still means had, but it's suddenly. Like, Hannah had an idea. Well, ideas usually come like a little light bulb, so we're going to use tuvo. Okay. Tener que, the conjugations are the same. Tenía que, in the imperfect.
How's this different from?
I put tenía on the quiz. Is that wrong?
It depends on if what the context of the sentence was. Yeah, well, that's wrong. Okay, so tener que means that you have to do something. So in the imperfect tense means that you had to do something and you didn't do it. Austin tenía que escribir el vocabulario. He had to do it, but he didn't do it. In contrast, the preterite tense is going to be tuvo que, or whatever conjugation you need. And it also means had to, but this time you did it. You know, preterite tense is a completed action, so in contrast, Austin tenía que escribir el vocabulario, had to but didn't. Pero Jessica tuvo que escribir el vocabulario. They both had the same assignment, but since Austin didn't do it, it's incomplete. He could still possibly do it at some point in time. So we're going to use the imperfect tense. Jessica, on the other hand, had the same assignment, but she did the work. So it's done. So since it's once and done, we're going to use the preterite tense. Okay? All right, so conocer, what does conocer mean?
To me.
To meet or to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on. So in the imperfect is conocía. And it means knew. But like you knew a person or a place or it was ongoing. Okay, cuando yo era joven, yo conocía el lago Nasworthy. When I was young, I knew about Lake Nasworthy because I went there every weekend. So I was quite familiar with it. But in contrast, preterite tense, we're going to use conoció, and it means met a person or got to know a place. Okay? Yo conoció a Lido. Or yo conocí a Lido. I got to know Alito. When I first started here, I didn't know anything about it except where the school was, but now I know a little bit more. Not much. So yo conocí a Alito. Or, yo conocí a Bridget en agosto de 2013. ¿Sí?
Yeah.
Sí. Pero yo conocía a Connor. Because this is the second year I've had Connor, so I knew him already. Okay? Yo conocí a Parker en agosto, pero yo conocía a Austin. All right? Okay, saber is the other to know verb. In the imperfect, it's sabía. And it's knew something, but this is a fact or a skill. Information. Conocer is more like to be acquainted with something or someone. Saber is like knowledge. Okay? Hannah sabía el español. No. Hannah sabía el presente del español. She knew the present tense in Spanish, right? She learned that information. Preterite tense is going to be supo. And it means found out. Kobe supo las diferencias entre el pretérito y el imperfecto. He found out the differences between the two. Or, yo supe la dirección de la casa de mi hija. Okay, I found out the address of my daughter's house because she just bought a new house. So that's information still. It's still information. But it's not something that I knew ongoing. It's something that I learned new. And I just found out. Okay, querer means to want. Imperfect tense, quería. And it means wanted something in an ongoing fashion. Let's see. Yo quería perder más pesos. I wanted to lose more weight. That's an ongoing issue. No, but that would work too. Yo quería más dinero. That's an ongoing issue as well. In the past tense, it's quiso, and it means you tried to or decided to do something. Austin quiso levantar un elefante. He tried to lift an elephant, pero no pudo. Tried but couldn't. Jessica quiso correr 1 kilómetro en 2 segundos. She tried to run a kilometer in 2 seconds. She couldn't do it. Okay, and the last one is poder. Imperfect is podía. And it means could do something on an ongoing basis. Connor podía jugar el béisbol muy bien. Austin podía jugar el fútbol americano muy bien. Jessica podía enseñar mucho. She could learn a lot. Bridget podía... No, I'm trying to think of the word. No, I'm trying to think of the word.
Bridget can't do anything.
Bridget podía aprender el español. Okay? She could learn it, but she could learn it as an ongoing basis. All right, the other one is pudo, and it means was able to do something, but it was completed. Austin pudo tomar apuntes. He was able to take notes. Meredith pudo completar la tarea. Okay? Meredith pudo rehacer la tarea. Si es necesario. Okay? So you see, it's just shades of difference. It's nothing. It's another one of those things that, as you go further, you have to think about it just a little bit more to determine which one you want. Okay. So let me stop it. Okay. So we call these stative verbs, and we call them stative verbs because they express situations, and it would help if I could type. They express situations rather than actions.
I need Meredith right.
Okay? So if it's in the imperfect, it's going to describe what kind of situations? Hang on. Yeah, they're past situations. The preterite is used to describe a change into or out of a state and the duration.
Got a question.
Yes.
Blank has the most words and it is the smallest in the whole page.
I
Do you know
guess
that?
just to mess with your head, yeah. Okay, so we use the imperfect to describe past situations or states, just in general. But we use the preterite to express changes into or out of something, like an abrupt change, or the duration, If it's a duration, we usually know that it's finished, right? There was a definite beginning and a definite end, which fits the definition of the preterite tense. Okay, so.
That was louder than I
So, the first one is mi primo no estaba en casa. It's what, my cousin?
Oh, it's not hose.
Ooh, all caps.
Caps lock.
Cousin.
It's my Monday. My cousin wasn't at home.
Hi.
Hey, Andrew. Okay, estuve en Costa Rica por 5 días.
Last Monday, they said that I wasn't here.
I'll look at it in a minute. I'll give it to you next period. Okay, estuve en Costa Rica por 5 días. I was in Costa Rica for 5 days.
Costa Rica sounds
Rica
really
this summer.
nice.
Okay, mis abuelos eran muy trabajadores.
My grandparents were very
My grandparents were very hard workers. Okay, Connor, number 4. Su ejemplo fue muy impresionante.
Your example is very impressive.
Your example?
That's
Her.
what I had. Her.
His or her example was
That's what I
very
had.
impressive. Good.
I just misread it.
Okay, number 5. Ella siempre tenía galletas limones. Kobe.
What number is that?
5.
She always has
Has
had lemon cookies.
had lemon cookies. Good. Tuve noticias de mi hermano. Yeah, I had news of my brother, or more specifically, yeah, as in suddenly. And I would make that note on your notes so that you know the difference.
of my brother.
Yeah. It could be from my brother too. Yeah, it could be from. It could be either one. That's one of those where you would need more context. All right. Yo tenía que hacer los quehaceres, pero fui a la casa de Britain. I had to do chores, but I went to Britain's house. Okay? That would be, I had to get my vocab notes, but instead I chose not to.
Yeah, okay, no, it's not okay.
All right, and then number 8, when I had to do chores, I did not go to Britain's house. Until and the underlying assumption is that you didn't go until you finished them. Since we're using the preterite tense, we're assuming that the chores were completed. Okay, conocía a mi bisabuela muy bien.
She went.
I knew.
I know. Oh, because it's either way.
It could be either way. It could be he or she as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Once again, we don't
Great
quite.
grandparent.
Yeah, we don't have
Great-grandma.
we don't have enough information. My great grandmother. Very well. I should hope so. It would be sad if you did not. Okay, conocí a los actores.
I don't know my great-grandma.
Well, mine's dead. I met the actors.
How much time we have?
Not much.
Could it be I knew the actors? Considering that
Well-
there's either one.
No, it's met.
No,
you
because
don't
it's
see or
preterite
met the person
tense.
or got to know a place.
Preterite tense says that it's met.
Okay.
And since it's preterite tense, it has to be met.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Sabía la respuesta. I knew the answer.
Of course. With the
And-
answer, I
yeah.
thought respuesta was response.
It is, but isn't it a response and answer? If I ask you a question and you give me a response, It works. Okay, and supe la respuesta in contrast means I found out the answer. Our response. Okay? Megan no quería estudiar.